It's really not even really funny, but it's funny because to me, I'm just like, wow. I have a lot of story times just basically about stuff that's crazy. Like, I'm crazy. Like, I am crazy. Like, I have to be like having all these experiences because wow, like, mind you, I've been in business. Like, I've been in business for 3 years. I started off, I had a sole proprietorship. I was starting my business. I had my business 2 years before last year when I decided, to rebrand. So I basically rebranded my business January 2020. So that's when I started learning so many business lessons. That's when I started just learning in general about, being a business owner and how, businesses work. So boom, this story time is so crazy. Like, and it's really my fault because like you just gotta make sure that you paying attention. Like, you gotta make sure that you understand what's going on, and you got to make sure you really thoroughly look into stuff before you just do it. Because me, I'm a fanatic when it comes to just getting new inventory. Like, when I see something that I like, I'm just like wow, like, this is cute, let me get it. So okay, the story time started off, I just got paid. So basically my brand was booming at the time. This wasn't even that long ago. It was probably right before Christmas time. So like Thanksgiving, I think it was like in the middle of Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I had just got paid, and I saw around that time, like, colored lashes were a thing. Like, colored lashes, they might still be a thing, but they were really being well received at the time. So like people were trying out new lashes or whatever. So I saw these colored lashes, and I've been thinking, like, I just released some colored lashes, but I was thinking like, wow, I need more colors because at the time I only came out with 3. So I was thinking like, yeah, it'd be cool for me to get new colored lashes. And the colored lashes that I saw were in a pack of 3. So it was like 3 different colors with a tweezer. It was so cute. I was like, okay, so if I'm trying to get colored lashes, maybe I should get that. So the vendor, he hit me up first. So I saw his messages and I was like, yo, those are so cute. So I was like, how much for them? He told me, he was like, you could get 50 lashes for $266. And when he say that many lashes, he said 50 lashes. It's 3 that come in a pack, so you gotta do like 50. You gotta really just count, because when you say 50 lashes, they come in 3 packs, so it's really not as many as you think. But at the time, you hearing 50 lashes, $266, a pack with tweezers, so you like, oh, that's not even bad. Like, so I was like, okay, let me go ahead and grab these lashes. So I'm talking to him. I was like, I'm so used to it. Like, the vendor said, you want these? And he'd be like, he basically just asked you, like, what's your email so he can send you a PayPal invoice. And he wanted to send you he wants to send you a PayPal invoice. So he'll ask like your PayPal, and usually my vendors like try to verify that they have the right address, because sometimes, as a bit like just ordering so much stuff, you forget like, oh, maybe I moved or whatever. So the vendors usually ask. So I'm so used to this. I paid the invoice, no question. He sent me the link to do it, and I just paid it instantly. Just paid it, because I'm like, I do this so much that it's not a thing. So I paid him. He was like, oh, I got the payment, blah blah blah. And then he was like, he sent a message that was like, he sent it after I paid. So he was like, once payment completed, we can't change address, blah blah blah. But it wasn't like clearly cut. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we can't change it, period. It wasn't like, it was just that after you send the payment, make sure, like, it was basically just saying make sure your address was correct. But this was like, so many events had happened. I'm not even worried about it. I shop with this vendor so much that I'm like, it's not an issue. Like, we do business all the time. I'm just like, okay, I sent it. So then I made sure right afterwards that I sent my correct address, because I'm so used to make them verifying and make sure. But I was telling him, like, make sure my address is right or whatever. He just didn't say anything. He proceeded to try to like complete the sale. So he wanted to say, like, you know, what lashes, this or that. Wait, I forgot a part. So before I even ordered the lashes, he was advertising it to me. And basically, he was advertising to me, and basically he was like, you can mix and match whatever lashes you want. That's what got me, because I'm like, oh, I can mix it up and it could all be like different colors, and I could get a bunch of different lashes in the packs and whatever. I was intrigued by that, because I'm like, whoa, like, that's cool. So that's what really hooked me. So after I paid him whatever, we get to talking about the lash styles, and I was picking all these lashes that I want. He was like, no, you can only pick up to 5 colors. I'm like, that's not what you said at first. I was kind of blue, because I'm like, hold on. This is not what you said to me. That's not how you advertised it at first. So I'm blue off that. And so instantly I'm like, yeah, I don't want these lashes anymore. I want a refund. And he denied it. He denied me to get a refund. He was like, he basically like pressured me into getting the lashes. That's why when I make videos and I be like, don't let no vendor pressure you into getting something that you don't want, don't do it, because they'll be pushy. They'll basically say anything to push the agenda that you should get those lashes. So I'm like, I don't want this. Send me a refund. He was like, no, we got other stuff that you might like, and just basically trying to press the issue. Like, dude, I don't want them type shit. Like, what? Like, you finna force me to get some lashes that I don't want? So he basically still just steady trying to get me to get the lashes. And he persuaded me, like, you could still mix 5 styles. Like, you can mix them up. If all your 5 styles, like, you could mix them. Was it 5 or was it 3? One or the other. But he was basically like, you can mix them. You can mix these colors together. There's many, like, I could do it any way you want. Basically trying to encourage me to get the lashes. Mind you, I didn't tell you guys this before, but when I shop with this brand, like with this vendor, I usually deal with another salesperson. So this is his first time, but he's from the same company that I ordered some lashes from, but he is a whole nother new salesman. So I basically just was like, okay, I'll still get the lashes because I already paid for them. Why not? And then nobody else knows that, you know, the situation. They just know that this is what I have. So I was like, okay, it wouldn't be too bad to still just get the lashes. So that was my first mistake, basically. Just letting him press it and just feeling pressured to do that. So then I had just left it alone. I ordered it and I just left the messages because I know that he's gonna produce the lashes, he's gonna fix the lash packs or whatever. And I think I'm missing something. Before I left it, I asked him, like, would it be possible for you to send me some pictures, like when you get some of them done, so that I can have pictures, like, to do pre-orders on the lash packs. And he was like, yeah, I'll send it. You know, I don't know if he was like, I'll send it when I get them done, or I think he said when they're before shipment, I'll send you a picture. So I'm thinking, you know, he got these lash packs, like he got the lashes made and everything. I'm just thinking, like, you know, it's not gonna take that long. It's only a couple lash packs or whatever. And usually, you know, they ship my lashes within, like, they have like a work day, and then after that, like, they got all my lash packs done. So I'm not used to him saying, oh, it's gonna take a while. So I hit him up another occasion, and I was like, are you, like, when do you think you can ship out or whatever? I believe this is a conversation. Don't quote me. I'm gonna probably put the I might put the messages up here if I still got them, but don't quote me. But this is how I'm remembering the conversation go. I'm not 100%, but I remember, like, the dynamics of the conversation. I basically was hitting him up trying to see if he could send me pictures. Like, I'm hitting him up trying to see if he could send me some pictures of it, of the lash packs, you know, so I could still, you know, do what I said, like, start my pre-orders, because I'm thinking it's not gonna take that long for him to create these lash packs. So he was like, no, I need 3 weeks. 3 weeks? No, 3 weeks is gonna be like, that's like a long time from when I ordered it. I'm like, that's gonna be like, no, that's a disaster. No, no, no. So I told him, like, I really cannot wait that long for these lashes. Like, it don't take. And then I'm like, I really just asked you for pictures, and you telling me how long the lashes gonna take. But, like, it ain't that hard to take pictures of lash packs if you got something done. He knows it's gonna take me a while or whatever. So I was like, I really just don't want the lashes anymore, because this is like a day after we had made the initial, I don't think a day, it was probably like a day or two, maybe like 2 or 3 days. So I'm like, no, that's too long. So I'm basically just asking him for a refund, and he's like, I can refund you, but it's only gonna be 60%. 60% of $266, you gonna send me like $100 some dollars back when I gave you $266? No, you're not gonna send me 60%. That's not even close to most of my money, and you didn't do anything. Cause 3 weeks, you're not even that far into it. So I felt like he was bullshit. That's the first thing. Like, I'm like, no, it's not finna take you no 3 weeks to send me no pictures of these lash packs. And it's not gonna take you 3 weeks to make these lashes either. Not even make the lashes, just make the lash packs. I'm like, it's not gonna take you that long or whatever. So he basically turned into Superman. He not arguing with me about it taking 3 weeks no more. He's like, okay, you, like, I can make it as soon as possible or whatever, and I'll rush ship it. I'm like, you gonna rush it? like I'm telling you, like, these lashes do not, like, unless it's like a custom order, like, unless it's custom, like what you get in the boxes made and stuff, like, it really don't be taking that long. So I'm like, you talking about you gonna rush ship it, you lying, because, like, I feel like I'm missing a part. I don't know, but I'm basically just trying to get my lash packs made. So I'm not really trying to be a ass. I'm not trying to be anal about nothing. I'm just trying to make sure that I have my lashes, because, mind you, it's in the middle of the ending of thing, like, it's like really close to Christmas. So I'm like, it's not gonna fall. Like, when the lash is supposed to be delivered, it's not gonna fall well, because, you know, I still gotta go home. Like, I still gotta go see my mom and stuff. I'm not gonna, like, be at my house. Mind you, after we had this exchange about, you know, he gonna rush ship, he basically was just like, okay, I'll just make sure that I get the lashes made, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, please don't ship my package to the wrong address. So I sent him the address again. I'm like, this is my address, because I don't want you to ship it to the wrong place. We end up not talking about it, because I feel like he just looked over it. So some days passed. It was like a day or 2 passed, and he was like, I'm shipping your order out. I'm like, okay. And he sent me pictures, like, he sent me a whole bunch of pictures of the lash packs or whatever. So I'm like, they look cool or whatever. So that's when I start, you know, trying to upload them to my website, trying to post them on my page. Like, look, this is what I'm getting. This is what I got. I don't know what made me start talking about my address again, but I think it's because he sent me a shipping label. Like, when they get done and they want you to be able to track your package, they'll send you the shipping label with it'll say DHL, and then it'll say the tracking number, or it'll say Waybill. So I'm looking at the address on my label. I'm like, this is not my address. So I told him, like, hey, this is not my address. I sent you my address multiple times up. If you scroll up, you can see I sent you my address. Then I just basically sent the address again. Like, this is not my address. This is my address. He like, after you send the PayPal, we can't ship to no other place than the address that's on your PayPal, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you can change like, it don't take you nothing to change my address or whatever. So he was like, no, we can't change the address or whatever. So he was like, we gonna ship this package out. I'm like, no, you're not finna ship me no package with the wrong address on it. Not me. So he basically just pressing the issue like, well, we gonna send this package out. So I'm basically arguing with this man because I'm like, no, don't ship my package to the wrong area. He was like, well, is that address far from you? And I'm like, it don't matter because that's not my address. If you send my package to the wrong address, somebody's going to take it. Somebody's going to steal it. Because if you take something, a package like that, and it look all bulky and whatnot, somebody gonna think it's some hair. Somebody gonna think it's some free lash. Really just low-key get mad because I'm like, it don't take all that to change the address. Changing the address is not hard. So I'm low-key just blue because I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, ship my package to the right address. And I know for a fact that he telling me a bold face like, talking about, you can't change it. We can't change it by ourselves. You can go, like, I shop with vendors. I have multiple vendors. And if I accidentally mess up, or they accidentally mess up with the address, they can fix it. And on PayPal, as a seller myself, I know that you could go in and edit the address. Like, so he just basically talking about no. He not budging. So I basically just was like, you know what? This has been a hassle since I started dealing with you. It's been nothing but deceit and just destruction. Like, you are ruining my whole little, you did. So I told him, like, okay, you sent my package to the wrong place, I'ma dispute it. Plain and simple. Like, you're not gonna send my package to the wrong place. You're not gonna argue with me. Let me go back a little because I missed a whole lot of minor details. Basically, I'm telling him, like, you send my package to the wrong area, I'm not gonna get it. And he was like, well, if I change the address, then I'm not gonna get the money you sent. And he gonna send a laughing emoji. I'm like, what's funny? I don't see nothing funny about you sending my package to the wrong area after I just paid you almost $300. Like, I don't see nothing funny about that. Ha ha ha, he ha. He hell. I don't see nothing funny. So he just basically just still talking about the same stuff, like, and just using a whole bunch of laughing emojis. I'm like, first off, that's rude as hell. You laughing at me when I'm serious and I'm trying to eradicate an issue with my package. Like, that is so unprofessional. I don't even know how we end up doing business together. Like, I don't know who told you to DM me if you don't have no social skills. And he like, well, our cultures are different, and I'm not laughing at you. I'm really just smiling or whatever dumb stuff he said. I'm like, this is a laughing emoji. You laughing at me. Like, I don't hear none of that, because little or not, culture's different or whatever. The sense of humor, the laughing emoji, the ha, that's you laughing at me. Like, you think you fucking slick, and you think you finna send my package somewhere just to say you had made a sale, and that's not what's finna happen. So either you gonna fix the address on my package, or I'm gonna dispute it. So then he get to trying to FaceTime me. FaceTime call, like he calling me on Instagram. Not FaceTime, but he calling me on Instagram. I don't want to hear none of that. Because he talking about, do you know how to use Western Union? Do you know how to use MoneyGram? Blah, blah, blah. Fuck all that. I'm not finna send you nothing else. Like, I'm not finna send you nothing. Like, I'm not finna send you nothing, G. Like, my issue is minor. you can change the address. So I'm just thinking like, let me Google to see because he's shipping it with FedEx, not DHL, my bad. He was shipping it with FedEx. So I'm looking on the internet like, okay, if somebody send you a package, can you change the address? I seen that the address can be changed after it gets shipped out. So I told him like, you know what? Ship the package out. He basically hesitant because I had just told him like I was going to dispute it. He was like, I'm not going to send nothing because you going to dispute it and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not disputing it. I would like my package shipped. I basically had to argue back and forth with him about him shipping the package after that because he just basically like, you file a charge, like you dispute this package and you just telling me to send it. Like, that's not going to work. So eventually I talked him down and got him to ship the package out. So I'm tracking the package the whole time. I'm trying to get I'm waiting on it to come to America to try to see if I can redirect the package. So it finally hit, I believe it was in Tennessee. So I hit up FedEx and I was like, how can I change the address on my package? He was like, the person on the phone was like, well, only the shipper could change the address on the package. I was hot. I was like, now I gotta hit up this man again, try to get him to ship my package out. No, not ship my, wow. Now I gotta hit up this man again, try to get him to change the address on my package, which he just clearly won't do. And I told the lady on the phone, I'm like, he refuses to change the address on my package, and I paid for this package. Like, he's shipping it to me. He's like, I'm like, so it's basically nothing y'all can do, like, to change my address if he's shipping it to the wrong address. He was like, no, because I don't even see nothing in here about the address being wrong or whatever. I'm like, I can't stand FedEx ass. Like, literally, I hate them. I don't know. They just irk my soul. And if I can avoid it, I don't want to do no business with they ass. And that's just point blank, period. So I hit up the vendor dude again. And I was like, well, I just talked to FedEx. And I just talked to FedEx and they told me that only the shipper can change the address on the package. So you can contact them and let them know that the address is wrong and they will change it for you. He refused to do that. So I had to clarify because at this point I'm like, I need the evidence. Like, at this point I need to gather evidence. So I just basically asked him like, okay, so are you saying that you will not contact FedEx to have them change the address on my package? And he was like, and then I was like, no. And he heard the message. He didn't want to like type no or whatever. I guess he kind of figured like she repeating herself or whatever. So he probably was like, I'm not type. So I kept pressing the issue. I'm like, so you just really not gonna you just really not gonna change the address on my package? He's like, no, we cannot change the address. And he sent that stupid little message he sent before talking about you gotta make sure your address is right, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. By this time, it's Christmas, so I'm going home. I'm going to my mom's house. I'm going to see my mother. I'm going to be with my family. It's a holiday. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just dispute it. I had already made my mind up. I'm going to dispute it. Because they steady kept trying to deliver it to the wrong address. And I tried to contact FedEx to try to redirect the package. They telling me, your closest FedEx location is in another town. Which is my whole thing. This is why I was so angry, because they saying, only the shipper can change the address, and you could you can have us hold your package and you can come to get it from a FedEx location. And she was like, the FedEx location, the only FedEx location in your area is in another town. At that point, I'm just like, I need my money back. because I shouldn't have to do this much to get something that is delivered to me, should be delivered to me, and could have been eradicated. So I'm just like, it's too much, especially since I'm going home. I just don't have the time. I don't have enough time to be trying to do all that. Like, I don't have it. So I went to my mom's house, and I'm just thinking about this package, and they keep on just like, we trying to deliver it. And no, the house is vacant. The place is vacant. So I'm like, oh, the place vacant? I didn't know that. Because I probably could have, well, no, because those apartments are locked. The premises are locked. You need a key to get in. And those are my old apartments. Like, I moved to a whole new apartment. So that's the address, you know, that was on the package or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to dispute it today. So December 23rd, I disputed it. And I just basically told the reason why. Basically typed this long paragraph talking about, starting from the beginning, talking about he deceived me. He wouldn't refund me my money at first. He was very rude at me. He was very rude with me. He laughed at me. I was basically just like, you know, the experience was horrible. I wanted a refund. He wouldn't refund me. I just basically just told them, like, I asked him multiple times to change the address on my package. He refused. He wouldn't change it. And then I just sent it. I sent the dispute. So I'm just constantly checking it the next day after that, just looking for a response, because I'm like, I need my money back. So the vendor responded on the dispute, and it was like, he sent a real long screenshot of our conversation. I put my screenshots from the conversation. He put a long message of our conversation, and it was just long, like a big long message. I was like, how you even get a screenshot like that, first off? And second of all, whoa. So I'm waiting on PayPal to read my thing. When he put his response, that I put another response, I was like, the vendor, because he was basically like, she received her package, she told me to ship it out, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? You deceived me. You did not change the address on my package after being asked multiple times. I basically just went back into detail again, because I'm like, no. No, you was not about to play that card on me. I'm just a menace. Like I got an issue with everything. Yeah, but that's because you're not gonna just give me anything. You just not. And you're not just gonna tell me anything, because I've been in business for a while now, and I know how PayPal and vendors work. I know how it works. So I'm just like, you playing that role. You playing that role. I'm just blue. I'm waiting. December go by. The end of December go by. It's January. The whole month of January go by. Finally in February. This weekend, what's today? February 13th. I ain't gonna say February nothing. But on Monday, that's the day when I got my money back. So from December 23rd up until this Monday. That's how long it took for me to resolve this issue with this vendor. All because he wouldn't send my package out. And he tried to scam me. He thought he was going to send the package out. I wasn't going to get it. He was going to keep my money. But I'm not crazy. So that's the story of basically how my vendor just tried to just finesse me, really. He just really was just trying to play that role on me. Like, I don't want to say he scammed me. I might say it, because he basically did try to scam me. He tried it. But because it's too many deceitful moments in this story for him not to be a scammer. Like, a part of it is my fault, because I should have just made sure my address was right on PayPal, which is like, I haven't had this issue yet, so I I usually, you know, make sure that they know, like, my address. Because they, like I said, they usually ask you. They be like, send me your address, blah, blah, blah. Even if you did doing business with them for years, they ask you. So I'm just so used to that I didn't even think of that. But yeah, that's the story time of how a vendor tried to scam me and how I got my money back. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below. Comment down below. Comment down below. Don't forget to comment down below and hit that subscribe button.